Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us and welcome to another edition of What's Happening Wednesday. This is a weekly roundup show that I like to do on this channel, which again gives me the perfect opportunity to do exactly that. Keep you guys updated with things that I found going on in the world of Transformers. I'll let you know what's happening with this YouTube channel and of course my Instagram, which is Toys_R_Us. Once again, this is going to be part 1 of 2 because at the moment, as usual, there's just simply too much going on in the world of Transformers. So I've split the news up. I've got 10 points to go through with you today, at least another 8 or 9 ready for first thing tomorrow morning for myself. But this again will give opportunity if anything else happens while I'm asleep. I can again address it first time and first thing in the morning. So we're going to kick off. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody again for the continued support of this channel. And if anybody's in the UK or anywhere near Birmingham this weekend, there is a massive toy and train fair at the NEC on Sunday, and I'm going to be there and I'm going to be doing a stand. So if you are there or in the vicinity, please do come and say hello. Right, on to some of the real news then. The real news is that the Transformers team sat down and did a bit of a Q&A or a round table on a few questions. The people present were Delaney Norris, who's a Studio Series new to the team, Ben, obviously B-Mac, Mark Mahir and Evan Brooks. Now there's a sample, in fact this is on all forums, so T-Formers, TFW 2005. I've just got a couple of pages here. I'm not going to read them all, but if you go onto their particular websites, there's the full list of loads of questions and things that were asked. So I'm just going to go through a few of the things here that were asked especially, and I'll give you their responses. So somebody asked about Crasher and Shadow Strip. Obviously they've been popping up, I suppose, just here, there and everywhere. Are we going to get official releases? And the reply was they expected to be released, but no word from Walmart on when or where they will execute them. Obviously that's more for the States. I think in the UK I'm expecting Smiths to see them soon, and I believe in demand you can order them online already. They've also asked questions on new characters and generations like Scraphook, and of course the answer was things like it's always good to add new stuff in while connecting to existing themes, and more to come and more reveals in the year, which funnily enough led to another question where somebody said obviously on the packaging, on the poster, there's a character or figure that looks a lot like Lockdown. Can they say any more? They didn't really give anything away, but they just said wait and see, I suppose, as to that sort of effect. They were also asking about the override key slot, obviously in the figure, accident or no, and they confirmed it's not an accident. Folks at Takara worked that in intentionally. They will work nods in as and when they can, and this is, I suppose, all the things which Mark's already highlighted and again given the nod to, that if they can get a secret little Easter egg in, pretty much like Jyaxis, where you can take obviously a bit of the shoulder cannon, just little things like that. I suppose they're little Easter eggs. They will try and do that as much as they can. A couple of other little things here. Here we go, open box versus closed, very short version of the queue. The open is based on kids' research. Apparently, the reason obviously we've got the windows and they're open, you can see the characters, is that they prefer to see that. Packaging is done way before the figure is actually produced, so can't take a pic of the actual figure or toy put in the closed boxes. There's quite a bit more to go through there as well, as I say, but I don't want to read every single thing to you. Check out them actually on, as I say, any of the forums, and you can read all the questions and answers on that. IDW, of course, they're pretty much into their last few comics. What we've got here is some covers for the new Shattered Glass, and to be fair, this probably explains why we've got a delay. I had a message from Hasbro, Paul, saying that the pre-order for that figure is delayed at the moment, so fingers crossed we're getting him soon, but not as fast as we had anticipated. Moving on, once again, Marclonus with his weekly, I suppose, delve into insights into figures. He's chose Leo Prime, or Leo Convoy, of course, as he was known. Funnily enough, that's one of the questions in there. For the US, it's got to be known as Leo Prime, or US and around. Convoy's patented only to Japan, so that's why they can only use it. So it is Prime everywhere else in the world. So yeah, some images of him, and he takes these crazy pictures and amazing poses, and of course he loves to get the blast effects on them as well. This is a highly anticipated figure. It does look very, very good. I think they've nailed the robot mode, and to be honest, they haven't done too bad with the alternate mode. For me, I've always said the Beast figures are quite intriguing. I think that looks great. Great use of adding, obviously, person on the back to ride the lion, and there of course is his famous, I say his famous, Marclonus always likes to get the blast effects in, and funnily enough, there is a bit of the write-up and spiel that he put on his Instagram, which again is all over social media. He put, the guy has all the features you could ever dream of. His Evo Fusion Lion Claw technique is unmatched. He has his Lion Typhoon attack mode with the Seat Leo missiles and blasters that have all sort of places to flex them. And the missiles even have storage in the underside of the beast hide and can actually be used as a jetpack. Again, much more insight on Mark Lonus's Instagram and indeed the forums as well. Right, this is actually quite funny. Obviously, for obvious copyright reasons, I can't show you the video. If you go to, again, either T-Formers or TFW 2005, there is a brilliant stop motion video, which is basically to do with the 15th anniversary of the first movie in the pack, of course, that's coming out, the 5-pack of Autobots. I've got a screenshot from there. Again, really apologise for the glare. And I suppose, because I don't want to give too much away, I think you should watch it. It is actually quite funny. And I've just remembered what they did in it. It's definitely worth a watch. It's only on for a couple of minutes or so, but it's definitely worth a nose. So that's either on Takara Tomi's official website, Hasbro China's Transformers Weibo account as well, or indeed, you'll find it on the forums. Right, moving on to something that I perhaps want to maybe correct myself with, and indeed, or maybe just add more speculation to. Now, when I first saw this, I did, of course, say, looks like it's going to be a Galaxy shuttle. But of course, and thank you to the person who commented on the video, and I didn't know, I went and checked, and as soon as I checked the actual figure that he suggested they suggested, sorry, it could of course be Cybertronian Jetfire, and it does look very much like Cybertronian Jetfire. So it could be Galaxy Shuttle, or indeed it could be Cybertron Jetfire. So we still don't know. As I say, it says development in progress, and we just keep watching. I keep checking. I've refreshed Fans Hobby's Facebook page a couple of times. That's the only image we're still getting at the moment. Right, moving on to the More Art Gallery website. They've now got new official G1 Optimus Prime Convoy limited edition posters. And again, let me show you them. They do this quite a lot. So you've got to go to the More Art Gallery website. There are the two posters. They always do two. They always do different backgrounds. We've got the one with the lovely red background there, and indeed the one where it looks like he's in space. These, again, if you want to read just quickly, like I had a look at from the More Art Gallery website, and the prices are there. And of course, they are, as always, limited to very few copies. Moving on to something else that's limited to very few copies. This is, of course, Mechanic Studios' Dr. Wu's Little Monster. This is the one that we previewed ages ago. This is the pink version of, indeed, Wheelie from Revenge of the Fallen. Still called Little Monster, but obviously now known as, I'll read the proper number out for you in a second. It's there, MC03 and then P. So I think it looks good in the pink, to be honest. I really do. I'm just going to carry on scrolling through these, and then I'm going to get to the part there, which I'm going to read out to you. And it says, this figure is designed by Mechanic Toy, which we know. It's the second variant to take on their Revenge of the Fallen Wheelie following the previously revealed clear version. And it's going to be limited to 200 pieces. So if you want this, you've got to act fast. Exclusive to Tabao Shop, Little B prints. This figure is 8 centimeters tall in robot mode and only 5 centimeters tall. So there isn't an actual link, but if I zoom in for you there, underneath where it says previously, it says Tabao Shop Little B. That's what you need to be typing into your search bar to find out more when you can get yours pre-ordered. Again, this is great news, and especially the price. This has been previously reported. It's now been confirmed by Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store, TF Source, and the Chosen Prime. Sorry, I've got no information anywhere else apart from outside the US at the moment. But Seige Jetfire is going to be back in stock to reorder from next year. And as you can see, at the crazy price, and I say crazy price, of $89.99, because the original, I think, cost about that much in pound 4 years ago. So good news for everybody who wants them. Do not pay scalper prices. You can order it from them 4 online stores I've mentioned already and get one pre-ordered. Moving on to the final thing here quickly. This again is another fantastic upgrade kit from DNA. This is DK39, and this is their upgrade kit, funnily enough, for Legacy Titan Metroplex. So what they've got here, they've got shoulder gap fillers. This is going to add more articulation to the axe. We've got the fully articulate hands, and we've actually got a mini-con. And not only is it a normal mini-con, as you can see, it transforms. It looks great. It attaches in various different ways onto, of course, the main figure. You can see there where it's filled in the gaps, as I say, in the shoulders. And you can also see, perhaps there it is, in a bit more detail there, the mini-cons on the top. And in a second, that huge axe drill bit thing that he's got. You can see that what they've done is by adding the extra bit, you've got a lot more articulation on it as well. It looks fantastic. I still need to get myself, when I can afford one of them for myself. So with regards to the channel, quick apologies that the comic wasn't put up this morning. I know not everybody read it, but what I do is I go through the comics and I video them and I allow people to read them for themselves. But unbeknownst to me, luckily enough I've managed to find a replacement, but obviously I can't put that on my video for you guys to read. It was that across 8 pages, unfortunately. So the comic, I've managed to find a replacement, and that will be put up on Thursday. Also, my pre-orders for Studio Series 86 have come in, so I'm going to be doing them, and I think I'm up to date with them all now. I think I've finally caught up with them, so they're in. So the Studio Series 86 videos are going to be coming up, as well as the collection videos. I've got Autobot triple changes, Japanese, other figures, silver ball, just mini collections, loads of ideas again from everybody on my Instagram, which is toys_Russ. Huge thank you to the channel members. It's slowly growing. We're up to 21 members now. As soon as we hit 25, the first competition is going to start, and again, it is that amazing Super 7 Ultimate Optimus Prime figure I'm going to be giving away free of charge, posting out my own account from Robot Recruits to the lucky winner. I'll do the video on here, obviously, to reveal who won it as well. But in other words, thank you ever so much everybody for their continued support. Really appreciate it, and of course, take care.